Hi witches! So as part of my Everyday Magic series, I wanted to do a video on how you can incorporate color magic into your everyday practice. Now there's going to be two parts to this. So the first part is going to be a very brief overview of what the colors mean and what they can do for you. And then the second part is going to be the different ways that you can use those colors in color magic. So the first color is white. Now white is really good for purification and healing and protection, and a lot of people also say that you can use the color white to sort of fill in for any other color. Not everyone believes this, and I think that it works sometimes, like for example in candle magic. I'm not so sure about with color magic, but that's up to you. It's also really good for things like blessings. Next is black. So black is really good for banishing. It's also extremely good for protection. And the reason for that is that it is considered to absorb and remove any kind of unwanted negative energies. So you can use it for banishing things like bad habits. A lot of people also work with the color black in terms of working with ancestors, because black is associated with sort of the underworld or the spirit world. Not in every culture, but it's also generally associated with the dark goddess and with death. Next is my favorite color, which is purple. So purple is associated with psychic abilities and the third eye chakra. It is also associated with power and self-confidence. It's associated with divination. It's associated with magic. It's associated with dreams and the kind of psychic realm. And next is pink. So pink is associated with love, but particularly a kind of gentle, softer love. So things like self-love. It's also associated with things like friendship. And because it's that kind of softer color, it's also really good for like working with emotions, like healing your own emotions. Then there is red, which similar to pink, but it's more of that kind of passionate side. So it would be more of that kind of passionate love or lust. It's associated with self-confidence. It's also associated with the element of fire. And it's associated with the root chakra, so it's good for grounding. Next is orange, which is associated with good luck and opening up to new possibilities. It's used in road opener work. It's also considered a color of inspiration and creativity, and it is associated with the sacral chakra. Next is yellow, which is associated with communication. It's also sometimes associated with the element of air. It's this color associated with knowledge and intellect. It's also considered a good color to kind of boost your energy if you're feeling low in energy. And yellow is associated with the solar plexus chakra. Next is green, which is associated with good luck and prosperity and money. It's also associated with the element of earth. It's good for healing and fertility, and it's associated with the heart chakra. Next is blue, which is associated with the element of water. It's also considered to be quite a peaceful, calming color, so it's really good for healing. It's also a good color for protection. Some people use it to work with dreams and the astral realm, and it is associated with the heart chakra, which is for communication. Now the next two are talked about less often, but I still wanted to bring them up, and they're a really good way to incorporate into things like jewelry, because these are the common colors of jewelry. So first up is silver. Now silver is associated with the moon and lunar energies, so because of that reason it's also associated with intuition and those kind of higher realms. So it's really good for working with things on the astral. It's good for manifestation. And it's also associated with the divine, because it's associated with the more feminine energies. And then lastly is gold. So gold is sort of the opposite of silver. It's associated with the more masculine energies. It's associated with the sun. It's associated with like wealth and prosperity. So it's associated with money, and it's also associated with health. So now on to the different ways that you can incorporate all of those colors into your everyday practice. So the first way that you can incorporate these colors into your everyday practice is through clothing. So obviously I wear lots of purple because the properties associated with purple are the things that I want to bring into my life. It also just makes me really happy to look at, so there's that. But so you might want to think about what you want to bring into your life that day and dress accordingly. So for example, you might have heard the advice that if you go on a date, you should wear the color red, because red's associated with love and passion and confidence. And so part of it is psychological, but part of it is also kind of magical. And so with clothing, you can really kind of do whatever with that. It can be, you know, shirts, bottoms, shoes, whatever. And the next way you can incorporate color magic into your everyday, if you do this, is with nail polish. So I love my nail polish. I'm got nail polish on my nails most times. It makes me happy. But so because nail polish is a little bit more long lasting, you tend to have it on a bit longer. You can't change it as easily as changing clothes. It's the sort of thing you then have to think about what's something that you want to bring into your life for, say, a week or for 2 weeks, depending on how long nail polish lasts on your nails. But so, for example, like this nail polish, it's purple and green because I wanted to bring some of that earth energy in, some of that like grounding nature into my life, and so that's why I went with this particular color. And so nail polish is a really good way to do that as well. The next way is through jewelry, and so this is good for those colors like silver and gold, which you don't find so much in clothing. You probably do with nail polish, but jewelry is the easiest way. So like I'm wearing like silver jewelry. I tend to always wear silver jewelry. I think people don't really mix and match between silver and gold. People tend to have a preference. And maybe that's to do with that kind of masculine, feminine energies going on. I don't know. I tend to work more with silver energies, and the color correspondences tend to be something that I resonate more with, whereas I tend to not work as much with the color correspondences for the color of, say, gold. But so jewelry is another really good way that you can incorporate those colors into your everyday life. You can also obviously find jewelry with more than just silver, like these have purple in them, so you might be noticing a pattern. But so you can incorporate color magic through your jewelry. Something which is probably something you need to consider a bit more longer term is accessories. So you can obviously get accessories in all sorts of different color. So for example, I wear glasses. You might want to pick a specific color to have as your glasses, or to have as a handbag or things like that. So accessories is another way that you can incorporate color magic. Again, just really thinking about what is it that you want to be focusing on or bringing into your life, and picking a specific color for that correspondence. All right, so obviously color magic is a really broad topic. Pretty much anything that has a color you can use for color magic. It's really just all about that intention and reminding yourself that I'm working with this color because of this reason. So it might be, say, because I am working on, say, self-love, or for whatever reason that is. But yeah, pretty much the possibilities are endless. You can extend it to artwork, you can extend it to your tools like mugs, water bottles, anything really. So but yeah, hopefully this has really kind of expanded your thinking on the different ways that you can incorporate witchcraft into your everyday practice. Let me know down below what your favorite color is to work with. Mine is obviously purple, but I do like a good rainbow every now and then too. So yeah, let me know if you liked this video and the Everyday Magic series. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.